I'm BiggyDMan filling in for Tony from Projectblogsphere today on the 5 Awesome Optimists.
Kick test! I used to have a rickety front porch, and our steps weren't put together that well. And one day, a lady from our church was coming up the steps, and she hit the 3rd step, and it was kind of loose. And she felt it, and she made a funny face, and she watched her daughters and said, "Be careful going over this step." And I watched them come up the porch, and she talked to me about some stuff, and I was getting some stuff together for her that she was going to pick up the next day. And she said, "You know, you've got a bad step out there. You need to take care of that. Somebody could hurt themselves." So right away I thought, she's right. I need to take care of that step. As soon as she left, I went and got some nails, and I got a hammer, and I put the nails down into that step until I was shaking it with my hand and it wouldn't budge. It was firm. I had fixed that wobbly step, and it was wonderful. Well, the next day, I stood by the door and I watched her climb up the steps because I wanted to see her reaction in knowing that I'd fixed that wobbly step right away. Well, her daughter went up first and she said, "Be careful, hon, remember for that step." And her daughter stepped on it and she said, "Mom, there's nothing wrong with this step. It's fine." She said, "Oh, look out, honey. I know that was wobbly." And she reached down with her hand and tried to move it, and it wouldn't budge. So she took her boots, she had cowboy boots on, and she kicked it, and she kicked it, and she kicked it. She kicked it 4 or 5 times until finally that new nail I'd put in popped right out of place. The step popped up, and she said, "Oh, see, dear, I told you that step was bad." And I, watching from above, just couldn't believe it. Here I'd fixed that step thinking she'd be excited about it, and what she actually did was she re-broke it because she was expecting something broken. You know, that's kind of the way it works in our lives. Sometimes when we go from negativity to positivity, or we go from dark to light, or we make a change for the good in our lives, people still expect us to be broken. And when we're not broken, sometimes we think they should embrace us or applaud us or give us kudos, and they don't. What they do is they kick us. And we go, "Why are you kicking me? I'm changing for the better." It's because they're not expecting us to be better. They're expecting us to be broken. So when somebody tries to kick test you, or somebody tries to hurt you, or somebody tries to break you, just remember, it doesn't take much to go right back down, take out another nail, and just pound it in. And keep putting those nails in and keep fixing those steps until finally they get it through their heads that things are different. Sometimes you verbally have to tell somebody. I finally, when that lady came up and took the stuff from me, I said, "You know, I'd fixed that step down there." "Oh, you had? Well, I thought it was still broken, and I know I had to kick it a few times before it got loose." And I said, "Yeah, that's because I put a nail in there." "Oh, I'm so sorry." Well, sometimes you have to inform people of the change you've made so that they can make accommodations within themselves too. The next time she came, she happily went right over the steps without having to kick it loose again. But remember, when life gives you the kick test, don't give up. Don't get discouraged. That's just human nature. It's human nature to expect the same thing and not expect people to change. It's not your fault. So if you feel like you've been kicked today and somebody's kick tested you, don't give up. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep manifesting change. You're going to have adversity. But if you continue down the path, you're going to see things in your life eventually get better. Remember, that's the kick test. I'm BiggyDMan filling in for Tony from Projectblogsphere saying, happy optimistic day.